The Galactic Council chamber was filled with a tense silence. Representatives of countless species sat in their designated places, their eyes locked onto the massive holo-display hovering above them. A red warning symbol flashed across the screen. The war had reached its breaking point. Grand Strategist Korvax of the Eltharian Dominion stood up, his reptilian eyes scanning the council members. "We are losing," he declared, his voice a deep growl. "The Tesseract swarm is consuming our fleets. Our defenses are crumbling. If we do not act now, the entire Galactic Alliance will fall." Ambassador Rillin of the Zoreth Collective, a species known for their logical minds, tapped his long fingers against the table. "We have exhausted every military strategy. Every advanced fleet, every superweapon has failed. There is only one option left." He hesitated, looking around. The chamber was deathly quiet. Everyone knew what he was about to say. "No," High Chancellor Vinara of the Valerian Republic whispered, her feathery crest trembling. "We cannot do that." Korvax slammed his clawed hand onto the table. "We must. If we do not call upon them now, we are doomed." A murmur spread through the chamber. Even the most war-hardened leaders looked uneasy. "They are unpredictable," one whispered. "They are dangerous," said another. "They are human," Raylan finished. A holographic image appeared in the center of the room, showing a massive Terran battleship. It was a relic from an old war, a war so brutal that the Galactic Council had banned the use of human warships. The ship's dark hull was scarred, yet it radiated a terrifying aura of power. Admiral Darnell Graves, the human representative, sat quietly in his chair. He had listened to every argument, every plea, without saying a word. Now he stood up. His gray uniform was simple, his expression unreadable. "So," he said, his voice calm but firm, "you want us to fight your war." The room remained silent. No one denied it. Graves folded his arms. "For decades, you have kept humanity in check. You feared our warships, our tactics, our nature. You placed sanctions on our fleets, prevented us from expanding beyond our system. And now, when you are desperate, you come to us?" "We had no choice," Vinara admitted. "The Tesseract are not conquerors. They are exterminators. We need you." Graves exhaled slowly. He looked at the hologram of the Terran battleship. It had been too long since those monsters had seen the full fury of humanity. He turned to the council. "You want us to unleash our ships." His eyes darkened. "Fine. But when this war is over, remember this moment. Remember that you called for the demons you feared." With that, he pressed a button on his wrist console. In the void of space, light years away, something stirred. The humans have entered the war. The Tesseract swarm had never known defeat. Their organic warships, grown in vast birthing chambers, swept through the galaxy like a plague. Their hive mind was endless, their numbers infinite. No fleet had withstood them. Then the humans arrived. The first battle took place near the dying world of Tarvan V. A fleet of Galactic Alliance ships was on the verge of annihilation, surrounded by thousands of Tesseract bioships. The organic monstrosities shrieked through the void, preparing for the final strike. And then the sky burned. Terran battleships emerged from hyperspace like vengeful gods. They were massive, angular, built from dark metal that seemed to absorb the very light around them. Their hulls bore scars from wars long past, but their weapons still glowed with undine fury. The Tesseract, for the first time in history, hesitated. The human flagship, Vengeance, unleashed its wrath. A single broadside from the Vengeance shattered an entire wave of Tesseract warforms. Their organic hulls disintegrated under the relentless barrage of hyper-accelerated Railven slugs and fusion lances. Human dreadnoughts moved like reapers, carving through the enemy fleet with precision and brutality. There were no warnings, no mercy, no hesitation. The swarm broke. For the first time, the Tesseract felt something alien to them. Fear. The war ends in fire. Across the galaxy, the tide shifted. Human battleships led the charge in every battle. Where once the Tesseract advanced without resistance, now they were slaughtered. The Galactic Alliance fleets followed behind, witnessing a war unlike anything they had ever seen. Humans did not fight for territory, nor did they seek glory. They fought with cold, relentless efficiency. They fought to end the enemy. When the final battle came, it was not fought in open space. It was fought on the homeworld of the Tzerak. The humans did not negotiate. They did not ask for surrender. They glassed the planet. Millions of years of evolution erased in hours. The Tzerak swarm, which had once threatened the entire galaxy, was no more. Aftermath. The Galactic Council met once more. This time the atmosphere was different. There was no debate, no argument, only silence. The war was over. The humans had saved them. And now they feared what came next. Graves stood at the center of the chamber, his expression unreadable. You called for us, he reminded them. You wanted us to fight. No one spoke. He glanced around. Now you see why you feared us. Horvax, the same strategist who had begged for human intervention, could not meet his gaze. You are powerful, he admitted. Dangerous, Vinara whispered. Graves smirked. Now you understand. He turned to leave, pausing at the doorway. But don't worry, we're not conquerors. We don't want your territory or your resources. He glanced back, his eyes dark with meaning. We just wanted to remind you why you never wanted us in your wars. And with that, the humans withdrew. The galaxy was safe once more. But from that day forward, one warning echoed across every species, every world, every council chamber. Never unleash the humans. The end.